So, um, it was like really complicated at the time because I was trying to get to LA, and it's really funny. Um, it yeah, it's really funny because every single time I go to America, I have such a hard time for some reason. And is it funny though? Not really. It was not funny at the time. Also, the funniness costed money. So this time, serendipity. I was going. I was on my way. I was a few hours early. Because whenever I take planes, that's the only thing where I do everything early because I don't want to miss anything. And so I did that. And then I was ready and everything. And so they were asking me for additional details, and I was like, oh yeah, the company provided an Excel sheet of questionnaires for this kind of situation. So I'm like, oh, give me a second, I'm ready. And so I pull up the Excel sheet and I'm reading it, and then I'm like, the holder will be arriving sometime later. And so they were like, okay, so do you have it or not? I'm like, I don't know. And they were saying, that's not very helpful. And I was like, I know. And then they were like, okay, well, pick yourself back up. Because I was on the ground. I was panicking. And then I was like, well, I'm gonna miss my flight. And then they were like, that's not my problem. And then I got escorted out by two people. And they took my luggage from all the way, from how it was checked in and everything. And I missed my flight afterwards. And so I was like, oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. And then I'm just like, sitting there defeated. And then the check-in attendants there were saying, oh, that's just bad luck. And then they saw the entire situation. It was like, it's okay. Like, you were just unlucky. And I was saying, oh, I really need to get there. I really, really need to get there by today. Otherwise, I'm going to be really, really, really over. And so they said, okay, you can do that, but you need a layover. And I was like, okay. And so I booked for it. And so what would normally be like, let's say a 5-hour flight, let's say, became like an 8-hour flight. And that was wonderful. And then when I went into the layover a place, they were very relaxed about it. And so I was like, okay, well, I guess I made it, but at what cost? $100, that's what. And then anyway, I went. That was the start of everything. And then I had a really good time at Serendipity. And then it was a good time, was hanging out with Gigi and Gigi Tomo. And then, oh yeah, the reason why I had to get to LA right during that time was because, so I was telling you about how complicated everything is going. And I was really, really busy in June. And then I was like, oh, yeah. And then, technically I had time for my Japan flight. But then, for my trip to America, not really. Oh, I guess I can talk about it now. So the thing is, yeah, I was really busy working on things because if I don't hand things in, I'm gonna get in trouble. And so I was like, oh my god, I gotta submit it. And then remember how I barely streamed too? I barely streamed during June, and so I was working on it. And then I was like, okay, I should go and get my visa for Japan. So I went, right? I went to apply for it. And then the thing is, they need my passport in order for me to apply for the visa. And I've never had this problem before, all these years I've never had this problem. But anyway, I guess it was just really unfortunate because the events kind of stacked on top of each other where, I arrived back home, stayed there for a day, and then immediately fly back out to Japan. It was that kind of schedule. So otherwise, I think it would have been fine. But anyway, they needed my passport, and in order for me to go to America, you would need your passport, right? And so I was like, oh, that's not good. Oh, oh no. And so I was contemplating, should I get a temporary passport or something? And I was just figuring things out all by myself. And I was going to apply for the temporary passport, and they were like, no, don't do that. It might invalidate the visa or whatever. And I was like, okay. So I didn't apply for the temporary passport. And then so I went to the embassy. And then they were like, oh, you can't, what was it? What they say? So they were like, there's no way. Are you sure you want to apply for it? There's not enough time. And I'm like, oh my God. And then I go back home, and then I'm contemplating, and I'm thinking, should I go apply for the temporary passport, or do I just risk it and hand in my passport and wish for the best luck? Because theoretically I can go to America even without my passport, because I have this thing, theoretically, but it's a very 50-50 chance that I could go. And so I was thinking, should I risk it and go or not? So I was like contemplating very, very last minute. Yeah, it was gambling. It was really gambling. But then even if I make it all the way to America, how am I going to go back home? Like, because that's also 50-50. And so, anyway, I went back, and it was the same person who was there saying, oh, yeah, I was going to tell you this extra information, but you left before I can say anything. And I was like, oh, okay. What have you got to say? So sorry. And she told me that I can go apply while I'm in America. So I'm like, oh, that's awesome. Wow. And she said, I was going to tell you that information, but you already left. And I said, oh, I'm so sorry. I was panicking, and I wasn't really myself. I was all over the place. And so I was thinking, okay, so there's a solution. So I went. And then, there's that whole being turned around. And so I went to LA, had a good time, submitted, and played the waiting game. And it technically finished on time. The visa was done on time, but they just didn't email me. And I was going, oh, wonderful, just wonderful. Oh, let's go. And so I missed my flight back home and back to Japan. And so, there goes all my money, I guess. And so there was a one-way ticket, to Japan, and that was over $2,000. But I was like, what other choice do I have? So I booked it, and then I came. Yay! And then it was baffling because when I was picking up my visa, they were going, "Oh, yeah, by the way, sorry about the email, I guess." And I'm smiling and going, "It's okay." It was not okay. It was not okay. It was horrible. And so I'm going through it. I'm going through it, and then people are asking me if I'm okay, or people going, "Oh, I hope she's okay. I hope she's having a good time, and she's gonna rest now." No, no, this whole month was a nightmare. And so, anyway, I went to Japan. Yeah. So the thing is, guys, one awesome thing is if you miss your flight, but if you booked a round trip ticket and you don't take the outbounding one, the returning flight is moot. It doesn't count. And so just keep that in mind, guys. Oh yeah, I was suffering. Yes. Bow Bow. Yes, I had a good time with Bow Bow. So yeah, I had a good time with Gigi Tomo, and then Gigi Tomo and Gigi, and then I turned out to stay a few days longer than anticipated. So I was going, I'm sorry. But I still had a good time. It was a really good time. It was very chill. I woke up and was thinking, wow, what a beautiful life, and then everything starts hitting me like a rock, like a boulder, reality. And I'm thinking, oh, my visa. Oh. Yeah. So anyway, I mean, yeah, like, but I just wish I had a better time, like not stressing over it. Yeah. Because if I wasn't stressing over things, that would have been an even more chill time, I think. Yeah.